Going on YouTube, and welcome back to my channel, JoJo Speaks. Thank y'all so much for joining me for this being my review for Married to Medicine. This is season 12 and episode 6. And so not a lot happened on this episode, but it was a pretty good episode, at least to me. So we start out with Quad. Quad is at her home. She's invited some of the girlies over. I just have to mention this. So we got a good look at Quad's behind. I don't remember her behind being as big as it was shown in this particular episode, so I don't know if I never noticed it before. I don't know what's going on, but Quad's got a big booty now, so there's that. But she had just gotten back from Africa doing her IVF treatment, having some egg retrieval. She was able to retrieve, I believe, 4 eggs, if I'm not mistaken. Dr. Heavenly, Dr. Contessa, and one of the other ladies is there as well. They're discussing what happened at the purse making event that Dr. Simone was throwing. And, Dr. Heavenly stated that, she went for Toya because Toya was talking about her child. I don't remember Toya saying anything about her child, so I'm assuming that Dr. Heavenly is just using that as an excuse for her behavior. As I said in my previous review, I'm actually on Dr. Heavenly's side in this situation because Toya literally poked the bear. And when you poke Heavenly, Heavenly's going to strike back. So I don't know why Toya would be surprised that Dr. Heavenly has something to say. But anyways, then just at the same time as this is going on, King is meeting up with Dr. Cecil and Dr. Eugene at the barbershop. Dr. Eugene and Cecil are, getting their hair clipped and things of that nature. And King is sort of kind of letting them know about the issues he's having with this IVF treatment that he's going through with Quad, and we'll get back to that in a little bit. But he's feeling a little bit frustrated at this time. It's a long process, it's an expensive process, and Dr. Eugene and Cecil are sort of kind of giving him some tips on how to handle this type of issue. You've got to be supportive. That's first things first. You have to be supportive of your partner while they're going through this, because if King is feeling this way, you can only imagine how Quad is feeling in this moment as well. And so I'm glad that King is being vulnerable enough and being real enough to let us know that he's not all gung-ho about this whole having a baby thing with Quad. So I do like seeing this side of King, and him actually having a voice. Yes, he's had a voice in previous seasons, but I like that he has more of a voice in this season. Excuse me. We then get a scene with Dr. Mimi and her husband, as well as their son, who, as we are aware, has a disability. I believe he is autistic, if I'm not mistaken. He's on the spectrum. And he's doing his whole thing. He's got a lot of things going on. And they're sort of kind of showing once again the life of a parent of someone who is on the spectrum, and it is not an easy life. But they're rolling with it. They're rolling with it, and they're being very kind with him. At one point, he's grabbed a lamp, and so apparently, I believe his name is Steven. He likes to throw things, and so I can only imagine what they're going through. Having to raise a child with these types of ailments, with these types of disabilities. So I applaud them for sharing their experience with the viewing audience. Apparently, their daughter, she's out with Mimi's mother, because she just needs some time for herself, and she just needs some. I don't want to say normalcy. But she just wants some time for herself. I'm not sure exactly how her relationship with her brother is necessarily. I don't know if they don't like each other. I don't know if they get along. I'm not sure. But Steven is obviously missing his sister, and I think that's just very sweet. It's just a really sweet thing to see, that he still loves his sister, even though in a previous episode he hit her out of nowhere, and that's just really sad to see. But I'm so glad that Dr. Mimi and her husband are grounded enough to be able to stick with it and stick through it, and never give up on their son, and loving their son as much as parents should be loving their sons. So I did love seeing that scene as well. Then we get Dr. Heavenly meeting up with someone. And initially, I thought it might have been Toya. They might have been trying to squash their thing, but of course, it wasn't that. And then when I saw a man walking into the restaurant, I thought it might have been her son. uh, what is his name? I can't remember what his name is. Dr. I think his name is Damon Jr. if I'm not mistaken, or is that her other son who's still in the house? I'm not sure. But anyways, it wasn't her son that was coming through. It's actually her half brother. I was gonna say supposed half brother because Toya, excuse me, when she was at Dr. Heavenly's family reunion event, she was like, "Oh, girl, you made up a whole ass brother." Like I thought that was really funny. But when people all of a sudden get famous, I've heard that a lot of times family will come out of the wazoo saying, "Oh, well, I'm related to your mother on your daddy's side," or I'm related to you through your grandmother through marriage. Like a lot of people like to attach themselves to you when they see that you actually have a platform and they feel like they can sort of kind of benefit off of that. And so I think that's the kind of place that Toya is coming from when she mentioned to Dr. Heavenly that she made up a whole brother. Um, or she was saying that Dr. Heavenly brings a supposed brother onto the show to have a little bit more of a storyline. I don't know what Toya's intents were to bring that subject up, but anyway, so she's meeting with him. Apparently, he is her brother on her father's side, and she asked him, "How old are you?" And he said that he was, I believe, 59, if I'm not mistaken. And she says, "Oh, well, I'm 54, so that means that." Our father was stepping out on my mother, and she's anyway, so the meeting is very cordial. Dr. Heavily wants to get to know her new brother. She wants to meet his family. She wants him to meet her family. It's all well and good. I'm glad that she's at least embracing him at this point. He seems to be very excited to be related now to Dr. Heavenly. Once again, there's been no DNA test, so we don't know for sure if that's the case. She said that he came into her dentist office and said that, he was her brother and that he knows her grandmother and all this good stuff. So we'll see where that goes and if we will see him later on in the season. I don't know necessarily whether I want to see him again, because once again, it seems like he's sort of kind of latching on to Dr. Heavenly to get some type of notoriety. Because you didn't have to. Now I don't know if Dr. Heavenly brought him onto the show or if he insisted on being on the show with Dr. Heavenly. Who knows how that arrangement came about, but it's at least nice to see Dr. Heavily in a good place. I love seeing Dr. Heavily in a good place, and not just throwing shade left and right. It's always refreshing to see that. And so while we're getting ready, oh, and she does invite her half brother to her family reunion event. And so at this family reunion event, they're going to have a mac and cheese contest. Who can make the best mac and cheese? We see Toya and Eugene's son. He's making the mac and cheese for their family to represent their family. Dr. Heavily is calling, FaceTiming Dr. Jackie to get some advice on how to cook macaroni and cheese. I don't know if Dr. Heavenly's never cooked macaroni and cheese. I don't even remember seeing Dr. Heavenly ever cook on this show. Now, I didn't start watching this show on a regular basis until like maybe season 6 or 7 ish, maybe. So I don't know if we've seen Dr. Heavenly cook in the past, but seems like Dr. Heavenly has never made macaroni and cheese before. At least that's the kind of inference that is being projected in this particular instance. And so Dr. Jackie is giving her some pointers. Cook the elbow macaroni for this amount of time. Get two types of cheeses, things of that nature. And so we get to Dr. Heavenly's family reunion event, and every family is coming in different colored T-shirts, which I think that that's a common thing when it goes to when it as it refers to family reunions. A lot of times they have shirts that the same shirt that everyone wears, but to separate all the people who are coming to the event, all the families are wearing different colored T-shirts, and so there's this bouncy house that's at the event, and it looks like it's deflated. And when Toya gets there, she's like, "Oh, well, I'm not surprised that this event is looking a little broke down, a little. You know how Toya can be." And when Dr. Heavily gets there, she sees her husband, Dr. Damon. She sees her son, who is still in her good graces, it seems like, or Yeah. Anyways, so her son, who she's still on good terms with, rather. And when Toya gets there, she's like, "Oh, so your other son's not coming here?" Me personally, I thought that that was a very low blow. I think because Dr. Heavenly was at a family event and there were kids involved, I believe that's the reason why she didn't go in on Toya like she could have. Because I personally would have loved to see Dr. Heavenly go in on Toya in some sort of way, even though she did go in on Dr. Eugene's manhood in the confessional, and then asked him, as it turned to Dr. Damon, was like, "Right, Daddy?" And Dr. Damon was like, "I don't know nothing about that." I love when Dr. Heavenly tries to get Dr. Damon involved in the mess, and he has absolutely nothing to do with it, but he allows Dr. Heavenly to do her thing. And I think I kind of respect that because Dr. Damon truly knows who Heavenly is and how she operates. And, he doesn't try to stop her from getting her bag, because the reason why she's still on Married to Medicine since season two is because she brings the shade, she brings the drama, she brings the mess, and she keeps it going. And so I can appreciate that about Dr. Damon. I know different people have different opinions about Dr. Heavenly and, how shady she can be, but I've just come to accept it personally. I expect nothing more or nothing less from Dr. Heavenly. That's just who she is on the show. Um, and so I believe it's Dr. I can't remember what her name is, but it's not Brandy. It's not Dr. Contessa, but the nurse, the registered nurse that's there. I'm sorry, I can't remember her name right now, but she comes with a date, seemingly. And Toya's like, "Well, wait a minute. I thought I was supposed to be hooking you up, girl. Like, what's going on?" So she approaches them while they're at the table, and Toya is being so messy in this moment. And she's like, who is this? What's going on here? I thought I was supposed to be hooking you up. And Toya is trying to get the tea on their relationship status. And once again, like, is this necessary? But Toya's trying to get a moment on a reality TV show, so it is what it is. But she goes on to ask the man that she invited, how is she in bed? And then, old girl just shoos her away. So anyways, it seems like Toya is trying to fix this whole macaroni challenge so that her son can win the challenge. Someone told one of the ladies on the show that that Toya was stuffing the ballot box, making it so that her son wins the challenge, or whatever the case might be. But anyways, so that was pretty much the most part of this particular episode. There was some shade that Dr. Heavenly actually threw towards. Well, she didn't throw it towards Quad, but she told Quad that Dr. Simone was trying to get the VIN number on her Bentley, I think it was. I thought that was pretty funny. But what did you guys think of this episode? I felt like it was sort of a filler episode, but I still enjoyed watching it. Let me know down in the comments. Also, subscribe to my channel. Press that big subscribe button. It is free and easy to do. Leave a thumbs up for this video. Let me know you're enjoying the content that I'm putting out on my channel. Be sure to press the notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video. And last but not least, be sure to share JoJo Speaks with all your family, friends, and loved ones. Let everybody know JoJo Speaks is out here in these YouTube streets. Be sure to join me every Thursday night at 8 p.m. for my Hot Topics and Social Commentary show. I go live at 8 p.m. every Thursday with my sister, Prophetic Fire Reiki. We always have a great time there. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.